Okay, so now let's see the advantages of working with freelancers. So you can hire whenever you want. You don't have to go through a typical process of hiring a full-time employee. It can be as quick as possible. Within an hour, you can hire the required person. And when you post a job any of these freelancing websites, you get a bunch of applicants and you can get to choose the best out of them. And the best part is when you don't want them, you can fire. You can end the contract within minutes. You don't have to pay any more after that. And you can decide how many hours they can work for you. Is it can be 2 hours per week, or it can be 50 hours per week. It's up to you. It's you can decide, and they can work as per what your requirement. And in the same way, you can decide how much you want to spend. Let's say if you want to spend only $100 per hour, you can give only that number of hours for the freelancer to work on. So, another advantage is you don't have to have any restrictions on physical locations. The freelancer can be working from anywhere in the world. So you can have the hiring the best resource from any location in the world. So the next thing here is you can hire these freelancers anywhere from $half to $50 per hour. So it has a big range depending on their experience, their skill set, even their location, all matters. But it's you are having full control that you can choose the one you want based on the rate and their experience and depending on your requirement. Now, let's see the advantages of outsourcing a project. So there are two kind of things. One is outsourcing a task, like you hire an individual freelancer and you outsource a task to him. Or if you have a project, you can outsource whole project. The advantage with this is you don't have to hire a team of people with different skills. You hire one company and that company will be responsible to deliver you the whole project. And you will be having one dedicated contact person, and you will be working with only that contact person, or you'll be working with a project manager from that company. And you don't have to worry about training people for the needed skill set because it's the outsourcing company's responsibility to find the required skilled people for your job. And no worries for retaining employees, no office systems, and admin overhead. And these are all the extra burdens you will be transferring to the agency whom you will be hiring for to work on your project. These are all advantages of outsourcing the whole project. But there are some challenges with this freelancers or outsourcing a project. So the number one is the difference. So if you're in the US and you're working with an Indian freelancers, there is a 10 to 11 hours of time difference. So if you give a requirement in the US evening time, they may not get back till the next day of your morning time. So there is a time lag in that. So you cannot expect them to respond within 1 hour of your request. And there are some cultural differences too. You may explain what you want based on the culture where you're from, but that may not mean exactly the same thing. So you have to communicate properly more with the pictures or video, and even you need to have a verbal discussions and so on. So you need to be careful in avoiding the communication gaps. And then another problem or challenge with working with the freelancers is you won't be having full control, like when they have to work on your task rather than someone else's task, because these are all freelancers. They may, they may be working on more than two, three projects at a given point of time, right? So you don't have full control on them. And because of this priorities, how these freelancers manage, you may expect some delays in the project. So, and another thing is, because if there are some communication gaps, there is a potential that there may be disputes because of the misunderstandings or wrong expectations. So these are all the challenges what you may face with freelancers or when you outsource a project. But in next sections, we will try to get more best practices so that you can avoid all these challenges and have a smooth execution of a project or getting your tasks done by freelancers.